Hello, VR enthusiasts. This is Reverend Kyle. You know, it's not every day that somebody invites you to go play with millions of dollars of high tech VR equipment. That happened for me today. Eric Hodgson, the 3D visualization director at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, invited me to come play in his VR lab. You don't say no to something like that. That's a heck of an invitation to come and play with all of this fun equipment that you wouldn't normally see because it's not consumer products. These are the big dogs. These are the things that the government uses or NASA uses. So these are the big things. And so I got to go up there and we played, and oh man, did I have a blast. I mean, it was an absolute amazing experience. And so I've taken some pictures and some video to share with you, the VR community, the experiences that I had today. You're going to see a hive and a cave and all sorts of other fun things. And so follow me down the rabbit hole of what I am affectionately calling Reverend Kyle's excellent VR adventure.
So the first thing that we tried was the Hive, which is a huge immersive virtual environment. And so basically what this is a laptop, and it goes onto a mount and goes onto your back, like a backpack, and then you've got your head-mounted display. All the tracking is done by all of these cameras that are all around this, well, it's a basketball court. It's two independent images from two independent screens, and those screens are 1280 by 1024 resolution. It was actually very comfortable. It was a much bigger design than we're used to seeing in VR, but it was really cool. I did a chicken run and a grocery store simulator, so let's check out the video.
So this is an experiment we ran where basically you have a virtual shopping list and you need to physically walk through the store and collect things.
Okay. All right. So as weird as this is going to seem, I'm about to start walking.
Yes.
All right. It's giving me, I mean, the speed is, and this is something that I know a lot of people have struggled with, is that the speed of movement in a lot of games and demos is very off.
Very unnatural.
Right, it's very unnatural. This is very natural. What's the refresh rate on these screens?
Should be very close to 50 hertz.
Okay.
Plus or minus the game engine. The store model is a little heavy at times for that engine. Doesn't do the best at calling things. So occasionally it'll drop a little bit, but it should be pretty close to 60.
So is this, is there any kind of like gyro or something you want to do? The only reason I say that is because I feel like the head display, yeah.
And that's the sensor we got.
Okay, so is this sensor similar to what you have in like the Oculus Rift, or?
Similar technology, but it's older. So it's an inner sense immersion. It's a 3-axis gyro.
Wow. All right, I'm going to try to go over to the next aisle. This is, I'll tell you what, I feel really weird. I know that the room that I'm walking in is very large, but I feel like I'm going to walk the world. Yeah, I mean, because even if I was in an infinite space, I would still feel very apprehensive about walking around. This is very immersive, but I really feel awkward. I'm going to just try to walk all the way up to, is there a collision, or am I just going to be inside this box?
I think we turned off the collision so you can go inside.
Yeah, so I walked right through that.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so the closer I get to things too, I'm noticing that my 3D vision is off. So the closer I get to it, and that's normal. I mean, that's something that I've experienced with other.
This one you can actually adjust the parallax, so there's a little dial up on your temple.
Okay.
Right there.
This one here?
Yeah, so that'll move the screens in and out, change the FCD.
Okay. All right, let's try that.
So that's one thing you won't get on the Rift, is the number of adjustments. And
Right.
customization.
Okay, so that actually helped. I've got about a 64, 64 and a half IPD. I've just tightened it up a bit, so it's a little bit narrower. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be very strange when I finally do take this off because I won't know where I am in the room. Get down to the very end. I'm walking down to the very end of an aisle, and I'm in these stands in the back where there's the meat and the sushi, full sushi. Okay, so this right here, there's this big open space, very expansive. I can see every aisle. I keep using my hands even though I know I can't see my own hands, which that's the first thing everybody does. Yeah. There's the book. It looks like I'm looking at the self-help section of a bookstore. Wow. It's Christmas time. There's Christmas lights. I like that. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I think other than a little bit of judder, which is coming from the refresh rate, probably, and my height, this is an amazing experience. It's funny too, because I was just talking recently about a store. All right, so I've gone off. Yeah, it turned off. That's fine. It came back on there.
Yeah, sorry,
No, this
they have
good.
these weird power settings.
No, this is good. All right, well, we can go ahead and take it off then. I think that's all the farther I moved.
No, you were all over the place.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That was fantastic. So, God, I feel like a Ghostbuster.
So there should be a chicken coop over there, and if you walk up to the doors, they'll swing open and you chase the chickens around.
Okay.
They don't fight too much.
Okay, no, I do see it. All right, so, all right. Same observation with this one too, is that the floor or the ground is, yeah, I'm short, which is fine.
Let me look at that height.
I'm a little bit more playful in this one because I know I didn't hit the wall last time. Oh, the gate's open. Cool.
Yeah, magic.
Okay. Yeah, I do. I really feel like I want to hit the wall. That's fine.
No, but don't worry, we'll yell.
Okay, so man, those are some healthy chickens, man. Look at that thing. I don't think it adjusted at all. Then again. Okay. Could just be me, because I am short.
No, it said you were 1.1 meters tall, so about
Yeah.
3.5 feet.
That chicken, I shouldn't be able to touch a chicken's head.
Yeah.
So that's.
These are Tyson chickens.
Are they? Yeah. Genetically modified.
I've been feeding them.
How close am I to this back wall here?
You got another 10 meters.
Oh, okay.
Good. And it should actually kick on a warning message when you get close to the wall.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to head over to the little chicken coop here then. So it's got a proximity sensor that knows I'm about to hit something?
Yeah, well, since we can track with the cameras all the way up to the wall, we just put in a warning. You know, we know where they are. Get within a meter and a half of it, it'll blank out the screen so they can turn around.
So I guess I should look up as well because, you know, skyboxes, people struggle with skyboxes too.
Yeah, I think this one's a dome.
Okay.
Sky dome. There's a little bit of a seam in it at one point.
Your shadows are not consistent in both eyes. So the shadow for the right eye is, there's obviously a light source over here, whereas the shadow on the left eye is almost straight up. So you've got a little bit of shadow difference there, which gives it kind of a little bit of a spooky effect.
Yeah.
Then again, on this coupe, you know, but that's something to be. All right, I'm really gonna go crazy here. And,
Yeah, you should be able to see the orientation light on there.
oh yeah, that's. I mean, if I had to measure that, I would say the latency is probably close to 200 milliseconds. Do you know what your latency is on the movement of this?
Not offhand.
Okay.
And I know InterSense has tried to do things with, you know, prediction and smoothing and some of that.
It's not terrible. It's just noticeable.
Especially when you move fast.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, because I know that'll be the first question everybody will ask is, well, how's the latency? How's the frame rate? Frame rate, I would say that this is close to maybe 20 frames per second.
Yeah, this one's a little.
Yeah.
The chicken animations really slow it down.
So right now, if I could see my hand, that'd be rather than a chicken head. All right. Well, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
All right, so this machine is tracking. You can see that he's walking around with the device, and this machine via Wi-Fi is transmitting the position. You can see the 12 different cameras in the room showing the 12 different positions, and as he's walking around, so it's sending it back and forth via Wi-Fi. So that's all this machine does, is the positional tracking, basically. So next up was the Z-Space system. This is a 3D screen, and you have a pen that it controls the screen, and it actually tracks. Very cool system for education, 3D modeling, medical purposes. There's a lot of applications. They also had an asteroids game. It was 3D, so you not only had X and Y, but also Z. I didn't do great, but you know, I got to level 3.
So I have. So this is Z-Space. I've got 3D glasses on. The glasses are being tracked, and also the pen is being tracked. And I can grab the model. That is unbelievable. I can see straight down into the ear. And then the front one, I can actually take the ear apart. See if I can get that. Oh wow, look at that. I just grab little pieces up. I just lost my eardrum there. Look at that. I mean, just from the medical applications of this is unbelievable. But then just the idea that I have this screen here in front of me, and this is my control. You know, if I had a real model of something, I would just want to, you know, pick it up and walk away with it, and you know, really I can do that with this, and it's relatively intuitive. It looks like I can actually drag and drop. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Among some of the other fun toys that Eric had there in his VR lab, there was something called the X-Sens. It was a motion capture suit. Unfortunately, didn't look like it was going to fit me, so I passed on that one. But then we went to the Cave. Now, the Cave is just phenomenal technology. You've got several screens, 4 screens, and each one of them is being projected onto. It's all run by a Windows operating system, and just blew my mind at the amount of immersion that you had from this. Now the tracking is done by cameras. You get little orbs on the controller in your head, and well, you're just gonna have to watch the video because I can't explain it any better than that.
Slip on a pair of slippers here, and okay. Wow. Hello, room. How far in can I go?
Oh, all the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Oh my God, it's like right here. Okay, so I can. There we go. Hands are moving.
It'll take a minute to spin up.
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
Okay, so from my perspective, I could hug this thing right now. I'm hugging it. This is just. You know, I'm almost starting to wonder if maybe this is what I would want in my house. Because the thing with this is I still feel a sense of presence. I mean, here's my hand. Here's something 3D out in my universe that I can see and feel. Well, I can't feel it, but I'd like to. But this makes a heck of a lot more sense to me than, because I'm fully here. I mean, I can see myself. My presence is, wow. Is this, what is this exactly? It's an engine, obviously. A jet.
Yeah, it's a GE jet engine.
Okay.
And it's been kind of color coded, so you could use something like this for training repair technicians on, let's say the green is pneumatic and the orange is fuel, and kind of color code the systems and show them what they're looking at.
Can two people be in this at the same time?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll only track the head position of one person, but you can have lots of people in it at the same time, and everybody's going to kind of see your perspective, but as long as they're standing relatively close to you, or especially behind you, it should look reasonably good.
So I could say, okay, cut the red wire right here.
Mhm.
People would be able to see that that's what I'm pointing at.
Yep. And you got to try crouching down and sticking your head inside the engine. It's
Okay.
awesome.
So.
So you can look at it from the inside out.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm now officially in the engine. I am the Kyle Jet 6000. I love this. This is great. This is
Yeah.
fantastic.
So,
All right.
so is this worth the trip?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let me drop your viewpoint here. I have not been able to figure out why it always thinks you're way up in the air and has you looking down at the ground to
That's
start.
funny. All right, so I am walking around a village in Dubai, it appears to be, and this is supposed to. Do I have to push something to make the tracking work, or?
Oh, you push the thumbstick to drive around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm walking around in Dubai. La-di-da-da-di-da. Yeah, I've never been to Dubai. I probably will never go to Dubai. But this is again fantastic. I look like I could walk right up into one of these small little shacks, and I don't always come to Dubai, but when I do, I fly. So let's just Superman it on up out of here. Holy moly! Okay, this is seriously one of the coolest VR experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Because I'm flying. Is there a limit? Am I going to hit the sun?
Nope. There's no limits in VR. What are you talking about?
Oh. Good answer. I love this. So this, this is officially flying over a village in Dubai is officially going down. I can scratch this one off my bucket list. It was actually on my bucket list to do so. Now I can scratch that off. The only unfortunate piece is that those of you watching this have no sense of what I'm seeing right now because you don't have the glasses on, but I just, I could spend hours in here. That is just awesome. That is just fantastic.
So there you have it. That was my exciting adventure for the day today. Loads of fun. I would easily do that again. And I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, man, I really wish that I could try some of that equipment. Well, you might have a chance. If you come to the Cincinnati Dayton VR meetup, and you can go to meetup.com and see all of the plans, February 28th of 2014, and you can just come and check it out. Some of that equipment is going to be available for you to play with, and that's really cool. So on top of having numerous rifts and hydras and a Durovis dive and some really fun, exciting, and exclusive demos to try, you can possibly try some of this other equipment. So I encourage you to check it out and sign up and let us know that you're coming and how excited you are to be living in the Cincinnati Dayton area and wanting to come and partake in some of this really exciting technology. So I want to thank you all very much for signing up and coming to the VR meetup, and I want to thank you very much for watching.